Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If the bad mockingbird won't sing, Mama's gonna buy a diamond ring.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Don't you love it when they say,
Do not come.
oh, I'm gonna come.
The president and I don't want to come.
I'm gonna come.
Do not come.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
Do not come. Do not come.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
Do not come.
Oh, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
So what you spend most of your time thinking about?
Getting ready, smoking, getting money is my thing. I keep my mind on the green. Yeah. No smoking money's my thing. I keep my mind on the green. No smoking money's my thing. I keep my mind on the green. Now open up your mind, take a ride with me, and hit up on the split of this here endo weed. I hit the track, niggas scratch, beat, bank, and squeal. Money making schemes, so the dreams be real. I'm just a hawk in the game, thinking schemes till you pay. Hound on the bitch, represent the pimp trade. Never sport a fag, known to let the pine bang. Coming through side with them Chevys on things. Known to serve a bitch, nothing but them wicked spirits. Player haters hate, cause your boy be on lit. Cause I'm down to break a bitch, from fatty to percents. Never pay your rent, cause your boy be on here.
Turn around, look at what you see in her face, the mirror of your dream. Make believe I'm everywhere, I'm hidden in the light, written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. White boys, comic book reader. Don't buy my book. Don't buy my book. I literally can't even think. We can have a little conference on that. Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Comic book reader. Comic book reader. May I curse? White boys, don't read them. We're very worried about comics right now. Independent comic sales are down. Mainstream comic sales are down. Everything in the mid-list is way down. You don't make a lot of money that way. There is nothing inherently masculine of heroism. There's nothing inherently masculine heroism. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. Magic! Going into the red on singles and not coming out until the trades. Stores are closing. You don't make a lot of money that way. So don't. Comics are booming.
Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you niggas learn? Came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to get started, came to get it right. Turn down the music, turn up my mic. When will you niggas learn? Here for the game and all the pussy that come with it. So full of focus, I'm insisting on keeping it going. The franchise, I exist in a league of my own. Expect attention, I'm familiar with being ignored. The true back, can't locking and closing the door. Brick wall in the road, I won't move. The king, I'm like Roy in the ring, I can't lose. Show the face of what compare to man. You wanna walk? Motherfucker ain't hard to find. I holler back, nigga. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved.
Well, what do you know? How are you? My name's Ethan Van Sciver, 28-year veteran of the broken comic book industry, world's most charming, disarming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man, great big Star Wars fan and trusted, trusted member of the media. Hail Fragaboom, he's in the chat. Hey, Dan, how are you? He says, happy Friday to you, chat. Rodney Sanders says, what do you know about Roy Jones? I know that he can't be stopped. He can't be moved, can't be rocked. That's what I know. When will these crackers learn? I don't know. I keep trying to educate them, but they don't seem to be taking it. Count Giraffe says, I wonder if Jim Lee knows. He's joined what he ran from in the 90s. Comicsgate is the new image, the second exodus from creative oppression. Yes, and we're doing it with almost nothing. We're not pampered, spoiled rich kids who are getting millions of dollars per comic. At least most of us aren't. You know, doing our own thing. No, we're the scrappy underdog. That's what I like about Comicsgate. Ron Barrett says, most badass Cyberfrog toy combo. Bloody Cyberfrog, head with stinger, hand with Vespa's head, and other, wow, that would be the ultimate. And then other arm as arm cannon, change my mind. That would be the best right there. Yeah, we got bloody Cyberfrog variant. I'll tell people about that. Most people probably don't know what that is. Look at all of you beautiful, beautiful people on this lovely Friday. Hello, 7 of 9, my friend. How are you? You know, 7 of 9, this is why I stream alone when you're in the chat, because I'm going to be at the front of your list. I mean, who could be ahead of me? It's just me, like me, and then the little Pac-Man. What is that? The greater than symbol? Nobody greater than Ethan, because it's just me. Cars in Depth says, how did your crack fulfillment team manage to ship my executive box entirely to somebody else? Address was correct. Problems to Cyberfrog help at gmail. Yes, that is right. I don't know. I hate to see the word crack in there. But no, I assure you, we just print out the labels based on what's in our stamps.com, via stamps.com, via the, well, I mean, look, maybe it was your fault. I have no idea. Sorry about that. We'll fix it. I mean, it's pretty, it's pretty mechanized the way we do that. So I don't know what could have happened. Projects Done Poorly says, let Dale talk to John, Anna, Cecil, and Kelsey, and please stream with Az. All right, we got a lot of requests here today. Well, I mean, look, I'll put the link in the. Well, I'll send the link to Dale if Dale wants to come in. I just woke up. I have no idea if Dale's even around. I woke up. I was watching some YouTube shows. Everybody's streaming right now. I realize competition is going to be great for your attention dollar, as it were. I went into the Perch show. Perch is streaming with like Jeff Thorne and Joe Corallo. Hold on a second. What is that? Hold on. All right, Dale, if you're watching right now, and I can't tell if you are or not, I just saw your message. I think the answer to that is no. All right, but anyway, send Dale Keown the link if he wants to join us. If you want to join me and us, it's all of us together. Holy cow! Look at this. Andrew Sabina says, so today I backed the figures perk I wanted, but I neglected to include the chicken fry add-ons. How do I fix this now, Ethan? All right, so the chicken fry thing, I'm going to try to make this simple because no matter how many times I explain this, I continue to confuse people, and it is my fault. I am confusing people. I don't know how I'm doing it, but it is happening. I feel like it's simple. Oh, hold on. Headrock says, Ethan, nobody. I'm better than nobody. All right. Okay, good. I think we're caught up here basically here. All right. Here's the thing with the chicken box. Or the chicken fist and the chicken bucket. So if you signed up for the email notifications list, did you do that? You signed up for the email notifications list. Are you receiving the emails that I'm sending out? I've sent out 2 so far, 2 spammy promotional emails telling you guys, oh, please back this campaign. I'm a tiny little monster truck at the foot of Mount Everest trying to climb this mountain. I'm heading up the mountain. I need you guys to help me to get to the top. I'm about a little more than halfway there, but I need your help. That's my promotional emails that you're getting. If you're getting those, you're good. If you're getting those and you also back the campaign already, you purchased at least one Cyberfrog figure, then you're golden. You're locked in. You don't have to worry. You don't even have to read if you want to read the promotional emails, feel free. They're going to be entertaining. They'll be full of colorful illustrations, but you're done. When it comes to getting your chicken fist and bucket, now all you've got to do is sit back and wait. You sit back and wait. When probably in a few months, assuming we get funded, and I think we're going to get funded, but assuming that we get funded and the toys are going to press and we've got the chicken buckets, you will be receiving another email. I will use that email list to send you another email that says, give me your address, please. Your chicken bucket is here. You wait for that email to come, you plug in your address, and we are going to mail you your chicken bucket just ahead of your action figures. So if you've already done those things, you've already signed up for the email list, you are receiving my promotional emails, you did purchase Cyberfrog, the action figure line, you're set. No need to worry about another thing except being happy. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to worry about being happy. Holy cow, $60. That is not cheap. I was watching Eric July today. Every time he gets a big super chat, he goes, that ain't cheap. Jason Smoot says, EVS, I mentioned Dale Keown coming into Comicsgate during Friday Night Tights, and Gary loved it and paid all kinds of love to Comicsgate. Or maybe things are starting to thaw then. I don't know. I'm staying out of it. Now, a lot of people are going to ask me today, please, go apologize to Az, go, make things right with those guys. I want to, but I can't. The reason why I can't is because they will perceive that as, I need your help. I'm only apologizing cynically to get your help to promote my campaign, which I wouldn't be doing. I actually like Gary. I like Az. Can't apologize right now. I can't apologize. I already did apologize, but I can't go try to further make things right with them until the campaign's over or unless they come to me. But you understand what that would look like if I went, I got a campaign going. I'm not at my goal yet. Can I apologize to you? And it would seem so fake. I can't be that person, guys. I just can't do it. I'm in an awkward position here, and that's just the way it is. So if Az and those guys continue to be upset with me, and that boils over in the meantime, that's just a loss I'm going to have to deal with and a mistake that I will have learned from. But yeah, there's nothing I can really do about it. Agent DeCamp says, you missed my super chat, buckaroo. I did? Holy cow. I'll go back and get it, Agent DeCamp. I'm sorry. I'm just getting in here and getting settled down and everything. Jameson Jones says, putting my cards in the binder. I'm missing P4, P5, and R1. Happen to know offhand what they're up. R1 is the Vespis, right? R1 is the Vespis card that's going to come with your Wreck Planet order. P4 and P5 don't exist yet. I was going to make them a part of the Warts and All campaign, but I decided not to. I decided to push them off until later because Warts and All cards seemed like they should be mostly vintage artwork. They didn't seem like they should be new current artwork for the new story, since the entire book doesn't have new stuff in it. It's all vintage. I thought I would make a card set of, my old artwork and the new artwork that was created for that set. So P4 is Lily, P5 is Chelsin. Those cards will be coming soon, but in the meantime, they're a gaping hole in your collection. I understand. It's got to be frustrating. I will make them soon, and then possibly I'll make them as part of the Blood Honey box campaign. That's a thought. I just need an excuse to make them. Let's see. Christopher Brown says, Ethan, glad to have backed. Thank you for $10, by the way. That ain't cheap. I'm going to be like Eric July. That ain't cheap. Glad to have backed many Comicsgate projects. Speaking of, Back Slaughterville Director's Cut, a 1 to 6 player board game of fun and horror on Kickstarter. That sounds like fun. Slaughterville Director's Cut. It's a board game. New campaign launched today. I'm going to talk about it in 1 second. I'm just going to show you what it is. Unglued Art says, got my frog box. Oh, that's good. Warts and all boxes are shipping. We shipped out a ton of them yesterday and about 100 more of them today. We shipped out like 350 of them yesterday. Possibly more than that. I don't even remember. I lost count, but we shipped out a ton. Got my frog box. Hail Sunbeam Caesar sending you some paper mache frog heads. Should be to you by Wednesday. Paper mache frog heads. I like that. I like when people send me art that they've done. I actually prefer that. That's my favorite thing. Razor Fist looking chunky. Me? You think I? Nobody's gonna confuse me and Razor Fist. Let's see. Apex Comics says, I want to crowdfund Comicsgate Annual #1. Looking for upcoming creators to donate a page of art or story for charity anthology project. Hashtag Comics Apex. And here's yeah, okay, that's the same one there. All right, let me see. Rikers Island says, did you see Chuck Dixon's comments about manga and American comics? No, I heard something about them, but I have not had time to see them yet. So that's I will look for that. Cecil says, I received your beautiful package. Cecil's at Anime Matsuri. What is this? Some big convention, having a blast, drunk off his ass, hanging out with friends. I envy him. Slick Rick says, Ethan had a smaller nose than Liefeld until he started lying about Toad in the Hole. I've been vindicated over that so many times, it's not even funny anymore. It's ridiculous how many times I've been vindicated about that. Let me go back and get this other super chat real quick, and then we'll proceed with the show. But we got a big show for you today, I think. What is a big show? When I do a show, when is it big? I was thinking today, I was like, I'm finally going to, I figured out a way that I could actually live stream from the Peloton. And I made a promise a long time ago. I keep my promises on YouTube. I promised YouTube that I would do a Peloton stream. I said I would do 20 minutes or something like that on a Peloton. And then I just dodged it, I just dodged it. Gaming or what? TM says, here's to King EBS. Thank you. Agent DeCamp says, I can't get all 6 figures in one order with signatures. Please correct. Ooh. Oofa. Well, how would you do that? Let me think here. How would you be able to do that? Because the 2 figures, okay, so you'd be able to add on. Hold on a second here. Okay, I think I figured it out. Hold on 1 second, and I will fix that. I was trying to think of the best way to make that possible, since 2 of the figures are kind of rare, but it's not that hard at all. And when people come up with ideas like this, to make it easier to purchase a large bulk, and we're trying to defeat an evil. I'll point out that evil in 1 second. All right, so blood spattered cyberfrog. That's the first thing. We're going to click on that. We're going to open that up. No, we're not. We're going to go back, and then we're going to add on the possibility of getting a variant Heather Swain action figure. Hell with it. Let's put 2 in there. Update perk. Save changes. All right. So very good. Wow. Leo Slayer of SJW Weirdo says, are you banned from New York City Comic Con? If not, you going? I don't think I'm banned from any con. I haven't been informed that I have been banned from a convention. I think that would be ridiculous. But no, I'm not going. I'm not going to any conventions right now. Andrea and I have talked about it. We've decided that our first public appearance will be for the Fan Fest. Andrea will be there. Ava will be there. I will be there. And hopefully all of you will be there too. And we're planning on that for next year. For the Fans Fest, I don't want to go to any old show. And I've been invited to about 6 this year. And I kindly say thank you, but no thank you. I say thank you, but no thank you. I'm not going to go to another convention. No. Instead, we will build for the Fans Fest, and I will come see you guys if you want to come see me. I think that would be the best way to utilize my glorious presence. The great Renzini says, did you get my email about the damaged Schwartz and All trade paperback and my request of replacing it? Yes, and I forwarded it on. So you should be getting a new one soon. Carson Depp says, why no Salamandroid action figure? We're working on it. We're working on Salamandroid for Wave 2. Now, here's the thing. We got to take this a piece at a time. A piece at a time. The first thing that we got to do, first and foremost, is we've got to get this campaign funded. Oh, whoops. Those are the... okay, here we go. We got to get this campaign funded right here. This campaign is still pretty far. We're 60% of our fixed goal, but we got to get it funded, guys. We got to get this thing done. And once we get this thing done, we can do other amazing things. We can do amazing things. Over here is my Patreon. As you can see, I've got 551. Holy cow. We previewed on my Patreon today. And if you're a member, you get stuff unlocked. You get previews. This is a glimpse of Wave 2. This is Lily from the second wave of Cyberfrog action figures. Should the first one get funded, the second one is going to include this amazing Lily action figure along with Salamandroid and possibly Rumblebee. So, we want to make sure that this one happens so that we're able to do a second one and make this all go down. So thank you, everyone. Back to First Wave Cyberfrog. Today, I'm proud to say I demanded that we defeat the evil. What was the evil? The evil was this: the Nancy Pelosi and Dr. Fauci action figures on Kickstarter. This was the evil that we needed to defeat. We needed to beat this evil. They had raised $240,643. I said, we must beat this evil. Here's where we were. We were at $238,686, so about $2,000 away from the evil of who would want. Hold on a second. What kind of monster? What kind of emotional and mental invalid would want an action figure of Nancy Pelosi wearing a mask, holding a tiny little gavel, and then on top of that, who would want an action figure of this liar? Who would want an action figure of this government apparatchik? Who would want an action figure of this fraud? This bitch and this fraud. Who? 6,153 backers pledged to this much money to bring this to life. Now, we're far away from getting to 6,153 backers, but I project that we will get there. I believe we will. In the meantime, let's attack these guys financially where it counts. That's where my concerns are. I mean, it'd be great to have 6,153 backers, but I'd prefer to have the funds to be able to make the toys. So this is where we're concerned. $240,643, and I'm proud to say, when I put this challenge to you guys, you came through. I took a nap and you came through. I shit posted this on Twitter. I went to sleep. I woke up to having evil having been defeated. That is amazing. You guys are the best. We're at 243, 162 right now because of you guys. And now what is the next evil? The next evil that we've got to defeat. Now, some of you are not going to agree with this, and I understand. I'm not quite sure that I should say that this is the evil that we should defeat. It's more like sort of, I don't know, it's kind of sad actually, but it is an evil technically that we need to defeat. It's the Bernie Sanders action figure. Holy shit. The Bernie Sanders join the action figure. Who are these people that are making these awful communist toys? That's what I want to know. $248,000, 63. Wait, let me say that again. I'm really bad at saying numbers. $248,063. That is the next evil that we need to defeat. We got to make this happen, folks. We got to defeat Bernie Sanders. I mean, normally he defeats himself. That's none of my business. We can do this. I believe in us. I believe in us. I know that we can do it together. We have to anyway if we're going to get this funded. So let's go. It's finally here. The first wave of Cyberfrog action figures live on Indiegogo right now. Who loves you more than all caps comics? Back it today. The link's in the description below. That's right, everyone. Drop that zero. Get with this hero. Back the incredible Cyberfrog campaign. I want to show you a couple of things. First of all, PN is a new member. Thank you for joining. L Pedicab Avenger is a new member, and thank you for joining. And I'm glad that you did. A lot of people are talking about this right now, yeah, I gotta actually show you what it is. So if you're a Patreon, you have a direct link. Part of being a Patreon patron is you have a direct link to be able to purchase the Heather Swain variant action figure that other people have to purchase all four in order to earn the privilege of being able to buy. If you're a Patreon patron at the $5 level, you get the link. There you go. You can just get as many as you want, separately. So that's good. Now, my channel members, the people who click join and who wait for action figures or wait for trading cards, you guys got a nice packet of trading cards this year. Beautiful trading cards. They were really good. There's more on the way. Those of you who are good enough to join this channel and become channel members, and I appreciate you very much, you also receive a special bonus. Once you do join the channel, you can go to the community tab and a special post unlocks with a link. And the link will allow you to purchase this unique variant of Cyberfrog. This is the blood spattered frog. Whose blood is that he spattered with? That's a good question. I should do one that's in yellow instead. Maybe I'll do yellow blood. So it's Vespis blood. But this is blood spattered frog. If you are a member of the channel, you hit join. You go to the community tab right above my channel page. You're going to have a link, a direct link, a secret link that nobody else has, nobody else can see. And you can purchase this. This is now the rarest Cyberfrog action figure variant. And you will have the privilege to You're going to have the privilege to purchase this. Few people have. People are very excited about it. They're, I don't know how were the sales on this so far. I haven't looked yet. Anyway, thank you very much for this, and let's go on to defeat. Let's go on to defeat this great evil. Let's go on to defeat Bernie Sanders. If we can't beat him in a ballot box situation because it's not election season, let's beat his action figure. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me look at the super chats one more time. I know a bunch came in, and then we'll get ready to go. On to this show. Jarl Tracosta says, back to all 6 action figures. Cyberfrog keeps growing like Ethan's stomach, and the money going up faster than the numbers when Ethan steps on the scale. That's 2 insults for... King Harkinian says, human Sunbeams unite against this evil. We must do it. We must defeat this evil. The Rockbiter says, this is the convention. Also, can't wait for Wreck Planet. My Sal Vital needs his brother to join him. Yeah. We're going to get back to that. We're almost done. Are we almost done? Can I say almost done? I don't know if we're almost done fulfilling warts and all. We're about a third of the way through, I think. What are we doing with warts and all? I didn't look at it today. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good about fulfilling warts and all. People are getting their books, their packages, their boxes. Some of their boxes come in. I'm always happy when people take a picture of their box and it's like beautifully preserved and it arrived safely. Other people, it looks like a gorilla sat on it. This is just beating the shit out of my packages. But we package the stuff so well. 98% of the time, the stuff comes in mint condition. It comes perfect condition. The other 2% of the time, that's a problem. Now, we prepare for 5% eventualities of destruction. J Tough, thank you for being a YouTube member. Thank you. Go buy a frog. Go buy a blood-soaked frog there. Josue. Did I get it right this time? Josue Rodriguez says, Cyberfrog's so hungry he has to eat his chicken live. Well, he will, because there's no more deep fryers in 2018. How would you power a deep fryer, and what is your frying medium? People are just sitting on the boxes. Andrea is like, we're getting so many complaints. And I'm like, how many complaints are we getting? And I look and it's like 10. And I'm like, that's not so many complaints, Andrea. we project 5%. Like, you want to be prepared to replace 5% of the product. Like, you want to be prepared for that because, you know, packages will get lost. There will be damages. But I mean, it like gets to Andrea, it gets to her heart. Oh my God, it arrived and it's damaged. No, these are our customers. I'm like, I know, but we know what to do. We can take care of them. We can take care of everyone. It's going to be perfectly okay. And she's like, okay. But yeah, we don't like that. We hate when the packages arrive damaged. Hate it. We want you guys to get everything perfectly. Let me see here. Did I get it right? Josue? Let me see. I'm looking for a review. I need a review of my pronunciation of Josue. I know I'm right this time. I always forget it. Phaser Face says, this X-23 Wolverine stuff, what say you, sir? I say it's just more, nonsense. It's more nonsense. Some young lady could step up and say, I am Ethan Van Sciver. I've earned it. I've earned the right to be Ethan Van Sciver. And the answer is no, you haven't. I didn't earn the right to be Ethan Van Sciver either, but I am Ethan Van Sciver. It's just the way it is. You can't just step into somebody else's shoes, you fraud, you carpetbagger, biatch. You are X-23. You could come up with another name. Why not? Why not come up with another name like Lynx? Oh, because why not come up with another name? Why does it have to be Wolverine? What's the agenda behind that? Why would you have to be Wolverine when you could call yourself Bobcat? You could call yourself Alley Cat. You could call yourself Pussy Whip. You could call yourself D-E-E Claude. There you go. It's a million D Claude. Actually, D Claude, and that could be your real name. My name is D Claude. My last name is spelled C-L-A-U-D-E. D Claude. I am a superhero in my private life. My name, obviously, my actual real name led me to wanting to become a superheroine with claws that scratches men. This seemed like a good idea. Seemed like my destiny. Yeah, but stepping into another character's boots and just saying, oh, I am Wolverine. My name is Wolverine. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I can't just go, my name is Elvis. I've been through a lot of shit. And I've earned it. I am the new Elvis Presley. Call me Elvis Presley. I can't say that. My name is Human Sunbeam. Can't just assume some other identity just for no. Nerdy Girl Create says, hey, heard DC and Marvel are dropping out of San Diego Comic-Con. That's part of the story today. We've got a big show. We're gonna talk about all of that and laugh. Slackercast says Cucks destroyed live. I like it when Cucks are destroyed live. Optimus Deadpool became a channel member. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Oh, Josue says I got it right. Yes, hooray, Josue. All right, we're on the same page finally. God, it was so frustrating and so humiliating to get your name wrong. I just looked at it and go, yeah, your name is Josu. No, it isn't. It's Josue, Ethan, you idiot. Oh, it's pronounced differently. Let me try it differently next time. Every single time I disrespected you unintentionally. This is what happens. Toki Deathhammer says, have you noticed everyone keeps getting together without you? Josue says, remember that character Wild thing? I sure do. I do remember the character Wild thing. Horrendous. It's another fake Wolverine bitch. Another fake Wolverine. Let me see. Thank you. All 6 with signatures on order. Thank you, Agent DeCamp. Carson Depp says, why no Salamander at action figure? That's coming. That's the second thing. We're going to do that with the next wave. Christopher Brown says Cecil is a genius. Super H a fun toy says Back Comics Gate Variety Fun Pack today on Indiegogo. I actually got one. They sent me one. It's great, guys. Good job. Jason Smoot says Cecil and Nick Rekieta are together. Get these D-bags in here. I know they're probably having so much fun, those guys, without me. Rikers Island says, I read that one. Projects Done Poorly says Cecil is love, Cecil is life. A pie divided cannot stand. Well Hung and Doug says pride is a sin, Ethan. Don't I know it? And July is shame month. Again, this is the month of shame. This is when we shame all kinks. Apex Comics says, I want to crowdfund Comicsgate Annual #1. Looking for upcoming creators to donate. Okay, so that's a good idea too. I like the idea of doing Comicsgate Annual #1. Everyone is just brimming with great ideas tonight. Interesting. David W., the Flintlock Knight, says he became a YouTube member. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you for joining. Andrew Wyatt says X-23 is Mongoose. Marvel already owns the name, and the current Mongoose is really racist. Double points, making a new narrative and replacing a bad character. What, the character's racist, you say? Phaserface says, you co-created X-23, correct? Yes. Or here's what actually happened. I created a character named X-32 Lynx for Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti's Marvel Knights brand when they asked me to create a junior version of an established Marvel character. Those two guys were doing a thing called an imprint called Marvel Knights. They invited me to join. They said, what do you want to do? And I said, Power Pack. I want to do a Power Pack series, but make it cool. I was already drawing this kind of impulse style, so I wanted to draw like juvenile characters. They looked at me and said, the fuck, maybe you can do that later. In the meantime, first we need you to do this Ash one-shot, 48-page one-shot. And then the other thing is we want you to think about creating a junior version of one of our characters. Okay, one of Marvel's characters. We're going to do a kid version, kind of like Impulse is the Flash. That's doing really well over there right now over at DC, the Distinguished Competition. We need something like that. And do you have any ideas? If not, here are a couple of ideas for you. And Joe Quesada said Silver Snowboarder, Spidey Jr. was one of them. No, Daredevil Jr. was one of them. They were awful. They're just awful. I said, give me a minute. Let me think about it. I'll call you back. Overnight, I thought of the idea of Wolverine while he was in Japan, having an illegitimate girl, like a daughter, and she looked like Alanis Morissette in the You Want to Know video. Facial piercings, long hair, crazy feral, lunatic teenage girl with two claws, and her name was X-32 because in the mirror that says sex. See, I was already doing stuff like that, and her name was Lynx. So X-32 Lynx. And they loved it. Joe Quesada got back to me and said, Bob Harris loves this shit. He loves it. And we want. So I did a sketch. I sent it over and all that stuff. Then DC Comics offered me Impulse. And I felt like it was a better situation for me than working with those guys at Marvel Knights. So I started doing that. In the meantime, I'm still in communication with Marvel. They gave me a book called... they gave me a one-shot with Joe Kelly, and they were going to premiere my idea in this book. What was it called? The Remnants. It's called The Remnants. And so she appears in The Remnants. My version of X-23 appears in that book. It's just for a one-shot. She was an imaginary character. Marvel tried that idea of a female Wolverine, Wolverine's daughter, a couple of times before X-23 finally showed up. So I don't know. It's like once you put an idea in the mind of a corporation and they like it, I mean, they tried at least 2 different versions of it, and then the final version's X-23 that kind of stuck. Why is she called X-23? I don't know. I'm not sure. But that's what happened. That's how these things happen sometimes. And, it is, yeah. So anyway, I'm claiming the name Lynx. That's, I'm going to have a character named Lynx eventually. Here's Vicky. The world. Wait, this isn't Vicky. The word is Preston Poulter is Super Asia Fun Toys. Okay. Great Loner for $10 says, as the owner of the Comicsgate trademark, how do you feel seeing the name Comicsgate being used on crappy merch as compared to the stuff you've spent tons of money on research and development producing for your customers? I am ambivalent. Don't care. I think that, as long I don't know. No real opinion about that. I have said I want people who believe in the principles of Comicsgate to be able to trade in the name Comicsgate freely. If you really believe, if you're anti-SJW, you feel like comics should be free from their poisonous influence, you believe that customer service is number one, you're Comicsgate. You believe in indie comics, yeah, you should be able to make a Comicsgate t-shirt. I will license it to you. I will license Comicsgate to you, kind of. I have to protect the trademark. Monster Mania says, when can I buy my anatomically correct life-size Heather blow-up doll? I don't know if I'm going to do that, but hello, Monster Mania. It's great to have you. Great to have you in the chat. All right, there's so many super chats. It basically, when I get this many super chats at the beginning of a show, it's like a million hugs. It's like being mobbed and stampeded, and people giving me hugs and back pats and handshakes. I love it, but we got to get on with the show. We got to move on to the show and talk about what's going on in the world right now. First of all, studio editor Heather Antos is back. Why is Heather Antos always in the news? Trying to shame Dean Cain over his comments about Captain America with a Superman hot take. Dean Cain was on Fox News recently, and it caused all of these people. I just kind of come to the conclusion that Twitter is full of bullies. It's basically Twitter is a platform that allows for it, encourages the bullying of certain celebrities. I pointed this out today. I just said Twitter trend bullies Dean Cain, Kevin Sorbo, and Scott Baio on a regular basis. They'll sit there and go, this is what Scott Baio did. And so all it encourages is, a lot of people to at Scott Baio and call him a has-been and all this stuff just because Scott Baio is a Trump supporter. Surprise, surprise. Those people who say, you weren't bullied, you weren't blacklisted for your politics, it was because you were a jerk. This is the same group of people. No. It's all about your politics. It always will be. And again, Dean Cain coming out and being out and proud. He has pride. We need a Christian pride flag. Oh, wait, pride is a sin. Shit. How can we make a flag that shows that you're proud to be a Christian, though? Are you allowed to be proud to be a Christian? We need something like that. Just because Dean Cain has done that, he has found himself the target of routine mockery, belittlement, scorn, harassment on Twitter, and Twitter encourages it. They love it. IDW's publishing Star Wars editor Heather Antos recently attempted to shame Dean Cain over his comments regarding Captain America. Well, it is shame month. Pride month is over. July is all about shame. But I was hoping to shame the San Francisco Gay Man's Chorus, who recently put out this incredible video where they were saying, we are coming for your kids. Coming was spelled C-O-M-I-N-G, not C-U-M-M. ING, fortunately, I believe. Actually, I don't know that for a fact, but they had to retract that video. They're hiding it. They're saying anybody who plays it is going to get DMCA'd. These cowards. Yeah, they tried to make a joke about it, but it was really poor taste. Very poor taste. Very poor taste. But in any case, it is the month of shame. So we were able to shame them. Let's see if we can successfully shame Heather Antos from shaming Dean Cain. I kind of doubt it, though. All right. So he said, Captain America no longer believing in the American dream that was revealed in the first issue of the United States of Captain America. That's not a bad drawing here. What the fuck is this? Oh, God. A bunch of cosplayers standing around here. A bunch of cosplayers in the background. Very heroic. Antos took to Twitter where she reacted to a Daily Wire article covering Dean Cain's comments that he made during an appearance on Fox and Friends. She tweeted, he knows Superman wasn't an American, right? Yes, he was! What the hell are you talking about? Of course he's an American. Of course, look at this. I'm so tired of all this wokeness and anti-Americanism. Superman actor Dean Cain blasting it. Hold on a second. This is a fucking... Oh, I didn't even read this. I just pulled this up. I didn't read it before I... Oh, holy shit. Oh, God, the cringe is overwhelming. Okay, let me take this apart. Let me read the article. Then we'll... She's a child. Ethan, she's a child. She's half your age. She's probably just a little older than Hunter. Hunter's so much smarter than her. Holy shit. The editor then followed that up with a tweet a few hours later, backtracking on her comments that Superman isn't an American. That's good. That's good. She wrote, to all the reply guys commenting that Superman was an immigrant, therefore American, in that regard, totally agree. Dean Cain doesn't agree. That makes you an American, though. So by his standards, Soup is an American. Well, you're making shit up. You're completely making shit up now. It's unclear what point Antos is trying to make by discussing Superman when Cain's comments were about Captain America. Does Heather Antos know that Dean Cain isn't really Superman? Is she aware that Dean Cain portrayed Superman? It's one of the many roles that he's played over the course of his career. Yes, it is the most popular. When you play Superman, you're going to be branded as Superman for the rest of your life. But does she understand that, like, Dean Cain strictly isn't Superman? He's actually a regular guy with no superpowers who looks an awful lot like Mike Smiller. He does. More handsome, but they look like they could be brothers. It's weird. She doesn't know that, right? Oh, yeah? Well, you're not an American because Superman came from Krypton. Yeah, but I'm not Superman. I'm a guy named Dean Cain who played Superman. And in any case, you know, I'm a Republican. I know you guys have crazy beliefs about what Republicans believe, but we actually are cool with immigration as long as it's done through proper channels. And of course, Superman, if you go through the history of Superman and the immigration issue, it changes all the time. You know, Superman is like 90 years old. Like the character is, how old is the Superman character now? 20 plus 70. He's about 90 years old, closing in on 90 years, 80 something years old. Different iterations of Superman have had different, you know, answers to the question as to whether or not he was, you know, legally granted American citizenship. But most versions of Superman do agree that he was granted American citizenship. Of course he was. You know, he's a very valuable American citizen. And he's very American. I mean, the whole point of Superman is that if somebody comes from anywhere and lands in America, especially in America's heartland, and is raised by, you know, good parents with good American values, you know, they can, they're going to become Americanized. They're going to have patriotic values, and they'll become good, valuable citizens who do great things, who actually lend a helping hand. That's what Superman is kind of all about. Of course, he's an American. Truth, justice, and the American way. Lest we forget. Oh, some of us are trying to forget that. Duranis points out that Dean Cain does not have a shitty ponytail. That's true. Just get rid of that already. The hell. Oh, God, this is so stupid. You know what? I mean, Dean Cain just comes out and basically says, hey, this first issue of Captain America that is being released right around the time of the 4th of July depicts Captain America, of all people, the Avatar. Marvel's Avatar for pro-Americanism. You know, whatever. And by the way, you know, if you don't agree that in some ways America is good, what the hell? Like, I don't understand you. I really don't. Like, you know, liberals and conservatives should all love America. We disagree about where America is going wrong or where it should go, or but you love America, right? Whatever your definition of America is, what's good about it. You don't love America, you know, I'm going to be like a 1960s reactionary and say, get the fuck out of here. You know, it's like, love it or leave it, you know. Love it or leave it. I don't understand. So Captain America should be, no matter who writes him, about a guy who loves America, absolutely believes in America, even when times are tough, he believes in America. So you've got these people, these writers who come in, and I understand the plot is going to be Captain America loses his shield because he's a complete and total moron. He loses it. Whoops, I misplaced my vibranium shield. Well, what do you do about that? Well, I mean, honestly, if Captain America were ever to lose this shield, I imagine that this very expensive and powerful weapon is tracked by many people, probably him, but more importantly, S.H.I.E.L.D. Itself. I think probably Nick Fury would be notified if Captain America got blackout drunk and misplaced his fucking shield. Who are these morons who are writing this shit? What is this? Whoops, lost my shield. Captain America, you lost your shield. Yeah, I misplaced it. I don't know where it is. Have you seen my car keys? I also misplaced those and my wallet. I don't know where they went. Got drunk last night. Fuck it. Yes, I would think S.H.I.E.L.D. would track the shield. I think Nick Fury would know. I do think that. And they would find it really quickly. That's my guess. That's what I would say. But no, in this, Captain America and the Falcon take a... Well, I mean, let's retrace our steps. Where did you last see your shield? Let's take a walking tour of the United States of America. By the way, did I tell you that I no longer believe in America or Americanism? This is how I haven't read the book. I'm not going to fucking read this. All right, I will read it. I will read it. I have to read it. It's too funny. By the way, have I told you that I no longer believe in Americanism? I've been disenfranchised and disenchanted from the thing that, you know, I've been disenfranchised and disenchanted with the entire thing that I wear and the A on my forehead that doesn't stand for France. Don't like it anymore. Used to like it. I was a big fan. I'm not such a fan anymore. Not since I lost my shield. So I'm going to take a walking tour. I'm going to try to find my shield. I'm going to, retrace my steps. And in the meantime, I'm going to encounter a bunch of cosplay pussies and nags. One boxcar homosexual with a trash can lid, dressed kind of like me, but with overalls. And I'm going to ask them, have you seen my shield? And along the way, I'm going to learn something about myself. And I'm going to learn something about how good this country is. When I meet all of these people who were stealing my intellectual property and pretending to be me, I'm going to learn a little something about what makes America tick. I'm going to learn to believe in America again. The United States of Captain America. And what can you say? When Dean Cain goes on Fox and Friends and says, this is shit. Like, it would be one thing if you took Daredevil or any other character and had him confront some sort of existential or crisis. Some kind of like, I don't know if I believe in the American system of justice anymore. I don't know. I get the point is, it is Captain America. This guy should not be having a problem, but he's having a real problem because we're having a real problem. We, the writers of Marvel Comics, are having a real problem. We gaslit and temper tantrum for 4 years because the bitch that we wanted to win the election didn't win. So we made everybody's life a living hell. We brought back McCarthyism and witch hunts. We complained. We lied. We set businesses on fire for 4 years. We made shit up. We impotently. I can't believe. I mean, you look at the last 4 years. It's astonishing. The 4 years of the Trump presidency. We impotently attacked this man, the president. We lived in denial. We impeached him twice for no reason. Temper tantrums. And then we stole the election, and they did steal it. And we're still unhappy. Imagine that. And we blame the country. There must be something wrong with the country. And because we feel this way, we're going to project all of our weird turmoil, all of our emotional problems onto this superhero that we didn't create. Somebody who, in the best of times, when we're talking about why we should be allowed, whenever we talk about why we should be permitted to make comic books exclusively leftist propaganda, we always show the same Captain America #1 image. Captain America punching Hitler. Just socking him right in the face. We don't show all the comics where he's beating the living shit out of Japanese people and calling them yellow rats. We don't show that. Because comics are political. They're not racist war propaganda, which is what they started out as. They were actually just racist war propaganda. And somehow they've evolved past that into something much more palatable, light entertainment. But no, we must bring them back to oppressive propaganda. We must make them oppressive political propaganda again, and write it from the perspective of our own emotional turmoil. Jesus, God, can we get some well-adjusted writers in comics? Where are they? Where did they go? Where did the normal people go? Who could just go, I'm writing a good Captain America story. It's the 4th of July. It's time to write a really good Captain America story. Where Captain America represents what is good, what we agree is good about America. For example, an alien from space can land in Kansas in a town called Smallville and can be raised with American values. I mean, super-powered, solar-powered superhero, solar-powered being who could become the world's worst nightmare, fortunately lands in Smallville, Kansas, and is raised by a very kindly couple who raise him with American Christian values. Maybe they're Jewish values, Judeo-Christian values, Judeo-Christian. They raise him as an American. And because of that, he doesn't destroy the earth. He actually becomes its protector. That's what's good about America. Right there, that is proof of why America works. That's what Superman's all about. That's who Dean Cain represented once. But he isn't strictly Heather. He isn't really Superman. Dean Cain isn't really Superman. Judo Christian. Kung Fu Christian. Mormon values. There you go. Give him Mormon values. That would be good. Why? What happened to normal people writing comics? Just normal, healthy people writing these characters. I miss them. Talking to Dale Keown the other day, we did a big Dale Keown interview. I don't know if you saw it. I hope you did, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure to interview Dale Keown. But it became clear once again, it's like the generation of professionals before mine, which he was at the tail end of. Okay, he caught the tail end of that group of professionals. They didn't aspire to be comic book artists. They were storytellers. They were artists. They were creators who found themselves working on comics. And they did everything that they could to do the very, very best comics that they could. They did the best versions of everything that they were handed. Comics weren't a stopgap until they could get a career somewhere more lucrative. This is just where they went. They ended up doing that, and they did a great job. For some reason, that generation, Dale Keown's generation, filled with people who had bright ideas and knew what superheroes were. Knew how to have fun and tell good stories and draw good images that excited people. I look at Dale Keown's Hulk comics. You go back and look at that stuff, And it just seems like a magical period of time when people really cared about what they put into comics, how hard they worked. Those comics are amazing. They're amazing. How did he do that? He just cared. He really cared about what he was doing. I don't think he was too distracted by CNN. You know, I don't think he was looking to get out of comics. I think he had he liked to play his bass guitar. He was multi-talented. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what happened. This generation that followed my generation. I showed up. My generation were big fans of that generation. We were fanboys. We wanted to work in comics because of the work that they were doing because they found themselves in comics. We went, no, we want to work in comics. And then this new generation is just like, we're going to get into comics. We're going to invade and corrode comics. Everything that they've built up, they've made a semi-powerful platform that we could turn into propaganda. They write stories about super-powered heroes that are aspirational icons that everybody is meant to look up to. We all agree Captain America and Superman are ideals of our values. So they're perfect for us to corrupt. We'll get in there and we'll make these people speak our lines of bullshit dialogue. We will change them. We will eventually replace them with fake versions. It's perfect. This is the perfect platform for us to pervert. And that's this generation here. Heather Antos doesn't know a fucking thing. It's astonishing. She named her dog Flash, and so she got a tattoo of the Shazam symbol on her arm in tribute to it. She doesn't know anything about comics. As for her trying to imply that Kane doesn't believe that immigrants are American, that seems to be something she made up out of thin air. As Kane clearly notes in his segment, he believes America is the greatest country in history. And the fact that so many people want to immigrate here is proof of that. Of course it is. That is what Republicans believe. Kane stated, we just celebrated our 245th birthday. In my opinion, America is the greatest. Holy shit. 5 years until our 250th birthday. Who's going to be in the White House? Oh my God, please. Whew. In my opinion, America is the greatest country in history. It's not perfect. We're constantly striving for a more perfect union as we well know. But I believe she is the most fair, equitable country ever, with more opportunity than anyone's ever seen. And that is why people are clamoring to get here from all over the globe. Look at him. Yeah, it's the same way with me. I can only button one button, with my jacket. A lot of pictures of Dean Cain here. I don't understand. People just, these SJWs in comics, they really just want to take a shot. They're not even sure what they're talking about. I'm sure of that. I'm positive that they are not positive of what they're talking about. Adrian Stone says that's a handsome version of Smiller. Yes. It's true. All right, let me see what you guys are talking about here. Wow, we've got 1,121 people here on a Friday night. Hello. Comics du Nord says there is this great Comicsgate comic on Indiegogo, Epic Fantasy. It's called Guardians of Erloth, Renzo Rodriguez, Eric Weathers, and Cale Roberts. Oh, interesting. Wow, this is the big topic here. Still, as it's okay, guys. Please let it go. Please. Why is your voice act called that and not his name? Says Gray Fox. That's a little bit of Comicsgate deep lore. Before anybody knew that his name was Richard C. Myers, he was called Diversity in Comics. He had not been exposed. He had not been doxed. And actually, it was the person we were just talking about, not Dean Cain, the other one, who was involved in revealing and spreading what Richard C. Myers name actually was. They made sure to put the C in there, which is why we all know him as Richard C. Myers. But before that, people were speculating about who he is. By the tone of his videos, people assumed and invented this persona for him that his name was Zach. He rode a skateboard to work, and he worked at the Sunny D factory. And he said radical a lot. He did ollies off the sidewalk and said radical. He was your boy Zach. And that's stuck. I don't know why. He does seem like Zach. I don't call him Richard. I call him Zach. What's up, Zach? It's just a much cooler name than Richard. So he is your boy Zach from here on. That's just his internet persona. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got a $20 super chat here from Jason Smoot. Let me see here. Oh, these guys are trying to Jason Smoot says, this sucks, but the Friday Night Tights crew threw you under the bus. I asked them at the end of their show and they held their ground. I love those guys, but this upsets me. It's going to be okay. You can like both of us, and we don't have to all get along. We don't have to all be in the same crew together. That's perfectly all right. I used to refer to him as DNC, and now it's Zach. Let me see. Ralph Mack says, hear me out. This is my first ever $5. Email as and just talk. That's all he ever says whenever we super chat him. Don't be embarrassed. He'll be happy to. You guys understand what I'm saying here? It's all right. I can't. It wouldn't work. It would seem like if I emailed Az and I said, Az, there's a misunderstanding here. I didn't mean to insult you. I'm sorry about that. I like you. I've always liked you. I didn't mean to insult you. Now, if I said that to Az via email, he would go, oh, you're probably only saying that because you have a campaign and you want my help. In fact, he brought that up. You know, he said, we'll see. He doesn't need my help for the campaign. I wasn't even thinking about getting his help for the campaign. But that is kind of how YouTubers perceive each other a lot of times. Shadow Sentry says, got my toys. Let's see what you're made of, fatty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's check in on a couple of things, guys. And I will show you a campaign that I want you to be aware of. First of all, first wave Cyberfrog action figures. We are trying to defeat the evil of Bernie Sanders today. Bernie Sanders, $248,063. That is the evil that we must defeat. And let me refresh and see where we are at right now. Did we get up? 245,400. We are so close to defeating that evil. So close to defeating the evil, everyone. We got to do it. Back the Cyberfrog first wave of action figures so that we can put these out and do a second wave of action figures. You can get modern Cyberfrog right here. Look how good he is. This is a great toy. We did a good job on these. He's pretty articulated. I will tell you this. I've been listening to you guys. It's expensive, but we are doing this. We are putting a double joint in his elbow. So in other words, he'll be able to touch his shoulder. Okay, so double jointed elbows. We are working on a neck pivot for his head. And also we're doing a bicep pivot so he can turn his arm around. I can't do more than that, can I? I don't know. I mean, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, those are the improvements that we're making to the action figure right now, assuming that we even get funded. You know, we've got many more evils to defeat. But it would be great if we were able to. This is the 90s Cyberfrog. If you guys are receiving warts and all right now, the Cyberfrog that appears in warts and all is as pictured here. This is the way he looks. You can get the 90s Cyberfrog instead of the modern, or in addition to the modern Cyberfrog. Same articulation. Don't you worry. We care about you. We want we want some consistency here. Lots of stretch goals if we can get there. Heather Swain is available as well. Heather Swain, Cyberfrog's pal. Heather, survivor of the Vespis invasion, remembers the world the way it was and will fight with all of her heart to raise her daughter in a world free from stinging alien parasites. Look at her. Yes, beautiful, beautiful action figure. You can get Heather, you can get Cyberfrog, modern Cyberfrog, or 90s Cyberfrog, $40 each. Now, $40, this is how crowdfunding works. $40 just will get you everything that the campaign earns. So when you buy Heather Swain, this is what you're this is what you're going to get right now. We're going to get funded. You're going to receive this action figure. But your $40 investment is going to improve as the campaign does better and better. You will receive more swap out heads, perhaps. You'll receive this beautiful stand that interconnects with the other stands to stand her up. You'll get more sets of hands. You will receive this ponytail head at some point if we keep funding really well. You'll get this alternate smiling head, and then you'll receive a weapons pack. And then eventually, my God, if we come close to $1 million, you're going to get this big drink hand. I will be adding more and more cool stretch goals, more bonuses to improve your action figure for your $40 investment as the campaign grows. We are not quite, we're 5 days into this campaign and we're already 60% funded and enormously 61% funded, an enormous fixed goal. I have never asked for $400,000, but that's all I need. That's the minimum I need to actually make these toys. The thing about these toys is we're not making any money off of them. We're putting all of the money into the toys. Here is Heather Swain. In relation to the Vespis, you can see the size differential here. The Vespis is huge, multi-articulated in the legs. The head swivels, the wings, and the abdomen also will come forward to sting it. It's actually articulated in the abdomen. Beautiful, beautiful model of a Vespis. And of course, we've got stretch goals for him too. I want to give you 2 maggots. All right. You know, that's how much I love you. I want to give you 2 maggots with your Vespis. I want to give you this melted skeleton hive mini play set with a human being becoming honey and becoming hive material. I want to do that for you. And then, of course, there's the variant edition. This is the Heather Swain variant that you can get. You have the privilege to buy this. If you purchase all 4 action figures at once, you will unlock the ability in the checkout, to purchase all 4. Also, be aware, because a lot of people miss this, there is at checkout a $10 add-on for me to autograph your toys. If you order 1 toy, it's $10. If you order 6 toys, it's still $10. Just flat $10 to autograph your order, your entire order. So if you want to get that, make sure to add that on at the time of checkout so that you don't miss it. And of course, for those of you who are channel members, if you are a channel member, you will unlock the opportunity to back this variant, Blood Spattered Cyber Frog. This is limited only to channel members. This is a special gift. Those of you who give me $4.99 every month, who've been around for a while, my loyal channel members, support this channel. You're awesome. You are awesome. You deserve something special, something that's uniquely yours. This is for you from me. You can back this version of Cyberfrog and nobody else can. You know, it's just for channel members. There's no other way. There's no other way to get this Cyberfrog other than being a channel member. So I appreciate you. All right. Rainbow the Brute, still available right now. We're getting very close to $440,000. If you haven't backed Rainbow the Brute yet, please do back Rainbow the Brute. It's the next project that we're going to be working on right after Wreck Planet. Wreck Planet is coming along swimmingly. I cannot wait. Hold on a second. Let me actually show you my face here. I cannot wait. I can't wait until people read Wreck Planet. I can't wait. I'm very excited. I think it shows such an incredible marked improvement from Blood Honey and even the Diary of Heather Swain. It's an incredible story with tons of character development that has a beginning, middle, and an end, and it is tragic, and you will definitely enjoy it. I'm sorry it's not available for sale right now. The campaign is closed, but man, you're going to love it. Those of you who backed it, and a lot of people backed it, you're going to be very, very excited to read it. Trent Kanuga's Creed is going to press right now with a green, beautiful green foil logo here. It's at the printers now, and I guess I'm going to have it pretty soon. I don't really know when, but we're going to begin fulfillment of this. It's a quick campaign. I think there are only like 1,000. How many backers are? Yeah, like 1,500 backers. We'll be able to knock this out in like 3 days. We'll be able to ship this. So make sure to back Creed Reimaginary. Don't miss your copies of Creed. Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell. This campaign is awesome. This book is awesome. We're so close to 100,000. It'd be great to actually cross that 6-figure mark. Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell, fantastic art from Matthew T. Martin, just an extraordinary creative person. And I hope that I hope you back this. I hope you read it. You're going to enjoy it. New campaign started today. Final Boss. I'm going to promote this. I like Tyler Kirkham. Tyler Kirkham, DC artist, former DC artist, is crowdfunding now. He's got a book called Final Boss. I helped him with the campaign. I'll be honest with you. He, talked to me and said, what do you think? So I kind of looked it over, and it just looks great. Let me see the trailer. Oh, I'm not even sharing. Hold on a second. I missed all that. I just totally talked without sharing anything. None of you guys told me. Nobody called this out. Here it is. Final Boss. Final Boss. Let's watch the video.
When video games and comic books collide, you get Final Boss, the ultimate fighting game graphic novel experience. Forced to compete in underground fighting leagues to make a living, disgraced former special operative Tommy Brazen discovers he has inherited supernatural powers. Following in the footsteps of his grandfather, who told war stories of discovering an ancient temple on a remote island sanctuary devoted to a forgotten deity, a demigod that possesses the power to grant supernatural gifts to the warriors who can best him in battle. Tommy sets out to trace the origin of his newfound powers. He discovers fighting not only triggers more intense reactions, but he gains power and levels up with each victory. He also finds a fist to the face can solve a lot of problems. Now, Tommy must earn his way to the island by competing in fight after fight, so he can find out if the stories are true and who really is the final boss.
That's a great trailer. Tyler Kirkham has this new campaign. That is an awesome trailer. He just had this idea of doing a superhero book, kind of the way that you would, in case you didn't gauge this from the trailer, kind of the same way that you play a video game. This guy fights bigger and bigger foes. And look how cool this looks. Yeah, he showed me the design and I just went, this is great. This is a hit. This is going to do great for you. You just have to kind of get out there and promote it. I think he's trying to promote it on Instagram. But in any case, I want to throw him a little bit of promotion here and tell you about it. Final Boss is available for you to back. So make sure that you take a look at it and consider doing it. Cool. All right, let me take a look at you guys again. Hi. Hello. All right, let me see. We got a $10 super chat from J Pat. Oh, come on with this. All right, I gotta, I love you guys. I'm going to humor this a little bit longer. J Pat says, Ethan, talk to them face to face. Both sides are entrenched in their pride. Someone has to be the adult and reach out. It's not easy, but doing the right thing rarely ever is. Okay. Thank you, J Pat, for that encouragement. That is terrific. I don't feel like you're listening to me. That is my one thing. I love you guys, but some of you, I don't think you're listening to me, and that's not good. All right, let me look at some more of these super chats here in my channel monetization page. And it's all going to be this. All right, let's see. Spectrum Ball for $5 says, Friday Night Tights crew effed up with the Zack Snyder thing. Have not watched since. It feels fake, like an MSM show now. I guess that's mainstream media. I guess always was. And Oz is a pompous twat, I guess. Zebulon Pike says, attacks Jay Lee while he was mourning his dog. Memorializes her own dog with a tat of the wrong symbol. They don't care about comics, just social jihad. Talking about Heather Swain there. Heather Swain. Oh, never make that mistake again. Heather Antos. Caution Time says, with all caps portfolio rapidly expanding, are you looking at hiring more fulfillment workers? Seems like a lot for you to manage while still getting your art done and fulfilling your own campaigns. Yeah, I mean, eventually, sure. I think we've got enough people right now, though. Sean Hollywood says, Nathaniel Moses Van Skyver, humbled though you fumble. You have fumbled, good sir. Please be humble and squash the beef. Your fandom wants to end this shit. David L says, are they going to be on card or in a box? Right now, they're going to be on a card, I think. I don't really know. I'm going to see what options that we have. Understand, asking a question like that right now, you're going to get an answer for right now. Right now, they're not even happening. Right now, we're not funded. But when we get funded, when we reach 400,000, at that point, we'll be able to make a decision and see what we can do. And if we can overfund, I would like to put them in boxes. I would like to do, God, I was looking at, we go to Walmart and we look at the action figures. Yeah, there's like nice boxes with like sculpted windows and everything. That's what I would like to do. But we need the money to do that. So, we're hoping that we're able to do that. Eric, is Eric July in the chat? Hello, Eric. How are you? I enjoyed your show today. All right, let me see here. Toys are beautiful. A Hail Frog says, Toki Deathhammer, thank you. Waylon Todd says, think Az wants to go down on Gary. Not gay at all. Come on, guys. Ralph Max says, who cares how anyone perceives it? Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you'll both have a good time. You're being negative. Be positive. Don't think, just do it. Reverend Payne says, looking svelte, working at the warehouse and burning calories, or you eating better? Both. Noble Comics says, Cardinal, Cult and Punishment is on Indiegogo. 84 pages and an 8-page short by Narwhal. Let's smash that $3,000 goal. Hail EBS. Hail Comicsgate. Finally got my super chat to go through. Thank you. No, thank you. Your book is called Cardinal, Cult and Punishment. Let me see here. Evar Johns says, I believe that canonically the Kents were Methodists. Okay, so they were Christians. Noble Comics says, hey, EVS, YouTube is not letting me send a super chat to promo my comics. Any idea on why that may be? Hail Comicsgate. Your super chat just went through. Tatsunami, thanks for the pie sticker. Sheila Alien says, Az is still mad. You should email him. Heel versus babyface at gmail.com. Luis Delgado says, Clark played football in Kansas equals American. Absolutely true. OC Steve says, hey, Uncle E, any updates on the new all caps merch, shirts and military hats? So we just got this out. OC Steve, I love you, man. You are like anxious to buy the merch. You're like, where's the Salamandroid shirt? And it comes in and you're like, where's the next batch of shirts? We're, I don't know, probably in a month or so. I'm waiting for the all caps comics replacement caps, the yellow and black ones. Those are supposed to be in this month. And I know there was a delay, and you can't really, you can't really guess, how much time a delay is going to cost. But those will be coming in soon. I have ordered the new hats that I showed you, and I've ordered four different designs for All Caps Comics t-shirts. Limited runs. I've only ordered about 120 or 140 of each, but they will be here soon-ish. I don't know. I don't have an exact date. I'll let you know, as always, Whenever St. Clair shows me a new design, I usually like it, and I usually say, yeah, I'll take that, put that into production for me. Salamandroid shirts are doing well for us. The Cyberfrog t-shirt by Dale Keown did very well for us. Very well. It's still selling great. Adam D says, Dean Cain is Superman and Smiller is Bizarro Superman. You'll never see Dean Cain stealing kumquats. Philip Booty says, oh God, here we go again. EVS, take the toys out of the equation. Start as however this ends up, plus minus. I want you to not do videos on my toys. This is about friendship, not toys. I don't think we don't understand that kind of language. Everything is about toys. King Harkinian says Dean Cain is the first person of color Superman. They are mad. That's right. He's like part Asian. Thor Odinson says aunties mistook Captain America for Superman. Antos. Just as she mistook the Captain Marvel logo for the Flash logo. Remember, She's an editor. Yeah, I know. Phaserface says, thank you for answering my question. Top tier supporter of your toys and comics. Cheers. Thank you, Phaserface. And thank you for everybody who has backed the toys, whether you are top tier or just backing one of them. I really appreciate it. Everything helps. We're pushing towards a goal, a big goal. I think of myself right now as, like I said, remember Bigfoot in the 80s? Not Bigfoot, but the Bigfoot truck, the monster truck. I'm Bigfoot right now at the bottom of an enormous mountain, and I'm climbing that mountain. Can we get over the mountain? It's tough. It's a tough challenge. A lot of people want immediate gratification. There are people who are like, this should be funded in one day, $400,000 in one day. This is going to take a while. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And even after we get funded, we need to keep pushing. I need to get this thing to a point where your action figures are loaded with extra stuff, supplemental things. And then I would like to put trading cards in there. I'd like to make a comic book. We can do it. We got plenty of time. We've got plenty of time to fund it. And I think once the project is actually funded, it'll be even more attractive for backers who are a little bit more casual. So we'll keep going with it. I am very, very optimistic about it. Phantom Power says, would you consider doing a variety book with a metal cover for a future book? Coffin Comics does those, and they're sick. What do you mean a variety book? Do you mean like a little bit of everything? Do like an all caps comics sampler? That would be fun. Commandant VHS says, never forgive the offense against you, as is bald. Says, oh, God almighty. Leo Slayer of SJW Weirdo says, imagine confusing Heather Antos with Heather Swain. I know. I honestly, that hurt really bad when I said that. Phil H says, love you, EVS. Hope you had a good 4th. I did. Ghost of Cecil's Beard says, enough with the simping in here for Az. This is what the fans do. This is the problem. Trying to do God's work in here and sell toys. That's right, Ghost of Cecil's Beard. Adam D says, Indiegogo is not processing my payments. Called the credit card. The problem isn't on their end. Oh, no. I really want to back. We'll keep working on it. Hi Ripa. Yeah, hi young Ripa in the chat. Eric July. Carl Dude 555 says, will you ever draw a cover for the all caps Pit comic? Possibly, yeah. Doomed Huh says, is Az the heel or the baby face? Alex Rogan's Ghost says, will there be a summer art auction? Yeah, there's supposed to be in July. I mean, there should be an art auction this week or next, like this coming week. Let me see about that. My Mike Likes Tacos says, some monocles for Somalia. Oh, let's never forget that great cause, everyone. Some monocles for Somalia.
If you think Somalian kids don't need monocles, you're only seeing half the picture. Together with you, Visionary Aid can end anisotropia in Somalian children in our lifetime. Some monocles for Somalia. One heart, one vision. Let's make these kids 2020 by 2030.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. So won't you cut that zero?
It's finally here. The first wave of Cyberfrog action figures live on Indiegogo right now. Who loves you more than all caps comics? Back it today. The link's in the description below.
Is this guy special? Is he a genius? Is he a savant? Is he, like, what's up? Like, this book, nobody else makes stuff like this. I've never read a comic like this, ever.
I read it, and I got done, and I was like, oh, man, that went by quick.
It's really immersive. It really pulls you into the world.
Totally forgot how many pages it is. I think it's like 136. I read this in one sitting.
This book should be so critically acclaimed. It's really that good.
20 years ago, this would have come out from one of the big publishers, and it would have been celebrated everywhere as this groundbreaking achievement in comic book storytelling.
To me, this is the biggest discovery of crowdfunding.
All right, yeah. Let's see. Malin still has not lost, says Doc Radakovich. No, and he never will. John Malin never loses. He wins everything that he attempts. It's part of who he is and what he does. Convention season is back. And I've been talking to Andrea about this, really getting it together. And we're going to do For the Fans Fest. I've got to actually take the step and do it. I got to do For the Fans Fest. I need a little bit of help. I've got convention promoters from New York who are excited about launching it. They're going to organize it. They've done this all the time. They're good at making conventions. And so basically it's all about turning it over to them to make this happen. I envision a relatively small convention in an enormous hotel ballroom, not a convention center necessarily. It could become that, but I envision a hotel ballroom that is the main floor. I envision panel discussions, which are revolutionary live streams. They're actually live streams where we could get some, big live streamers, some big YouTubers up there taking questions and making a live stream, performance. I envision some of the bigger publishers within Comicsgate and retailers and vendors setting up in this room. And then I picture another room that is entirely Artist Alley and everybody gets a free table. If you have a comic book out, if you've made a comic book, you're going to get a free table. Why would we charge you for a table? We don't want to do that. We want you to be able to sell your comics and make a little money there. I picture people being able to make merch and T-shirts and posters and exclusive things. I imagine exclusive comic book / convention souvenir pamphlet that we make and give away at the door. All of these things I want to do. That is the convention for next year. And other people are thinking about having conventions too. But while we're entering the world of conventions, and by the way, it's mostly a social thing. I think people just want to meet each other. It's not even so much about doing business. It's just about having fun. It's about a celebration and a party for everything that we've accomplished. And everyone's invited to join us. It's like, come on over. I'll sit down. I'll do some signings. You can meet us. You can meet maybe John Malin will be there. Cecil, everybody will be there. And like I said, everyone is invited. Everyone who's associated with Comicsgate in any way will be there. Even your boy, Zach. No, we'll see. I'm not sure. I can't imagine. Zach, you want to sit down and sign autographs for people? Not particularly, no. But we'll get almost everybody else, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So just as we are entering the world of conventions, sadly, some giants, some dinosaurs are making their exit. Marvel Studios and DC are going to skip Comic-Con. As we continue into 2021, some things have returned back to normal after the hellscape that was 2020. Was it that bad? Was 2020 a hellscape? I guess maybe it was. I don't know. I was, to me, it just seemed normal. However, the looming threat of the Delta variant, there's a new virus, the Delta variant. And the fact that some people are still refusing to get their shots so herd immunity can do its thing means that some major events are still holding back returning. One of those events is San Diego Comic-Con, who announced earlier this year that they were going to do another virtual event. Out of the many virtual events that happened last year, Comic-Con at home was kind of a mess. Well, it was just live streaming. It was just a bunch of live streams by people who don't know how to broadcast and don't know how to hold a conversation. They don't know how to talk. These people do not know how to, they don't know how to do a virtual presentation. Didn't really capture the trapped in a building with 200,000 sweaty nerds feeling we were all missing. I am not missing that feeling. The lack of interesting panels was a big factor, and while some TV networks are coming out to play, those of you who attend Comic-Con for movie news shouldn't expect anything major because there are no movies. The only movie I want to see right now is the new Sopranos movie, Many Saints of Newark. Man, I'm excited for that. According to Deadline, both Warner Brothers and DC Films will be skipping Comic-Con at home for a second year in a row. No, thank you. By the way, DC Comics Marvel and DC didn't even show up for San Diego Comic-Con in any substantial way in 2019. DC Comics was pushed into the corner of the Warner Brothers booth. They didn't have their own presentation. God, that's so depressing. DC Comics usually has an enormous booth, a fantastic booth presence with gigantic blown up art. You know, they have toys on display. They have monitors showing DC animated films. They have tables for artists to come and sit and sign for fans. That's all gone now. How do we fix that? How do we bring that back? How do we restore that? No one should be surprised that DC decided to pull out. They're already working on a second fandom. They're doing a lot of virtual shit now. And in terms of virtual events, they've set the bar for how to get it done. We can hope that this second year will be more of the same. While skipping this year isn't a surprise, it's sort of fascinating to think about how Warner Brothers and DC haven't been to a Comic-Con, like I just said, since 2018. They weren't there in 2019, really. Now that they have Fandom to fall back on, are they ever going to give a big room panel again at something like San Diego Comic-Con or Brazil? We'll have to see what happens in 2021. DC TV will be there in some form. Legends of Tomorrow has a panel. And DC Publishing will likely show up as well. While Marvel and DC didn't exactly have a fandom this year, they did host a virtual Investors Day that basically turned into a giant D23 presentation. It also did well for them in terms of numbers and dominating the pop culture conversation in social media and news for at least a day. Marvel deciding not to come to Comic-Con at home is pretty much confirmation that they're going to do their own event of some kind. So this isn't working, San Diego Comic-Con. Comic-Con at home isn't working. These guys are just like, well, we don't need you. If you're not building an enormous, like if you don't have an enormous convention hall for us, where a lot of people are definitely going to be. And this is the realization that Comicsgate made. I mean, look, you know, me and John Malin and, you know, all these other creators, Dan Fraga, Shane Davis, we don't need to go somewhere to reach a lot of people about our products. We don't need to talk about our comics in person. We can talk about our comics here on YouTube and reach more people. We can sell more things here on YouTube and, you know, via YouTube, market them this way. We don't need to do that. And I think Marvel and DC are kind of coming to the same conclusion. Comic-Con would like to house all social media, you know, marketing under their banner, but Marvel and DC don't need that. And DC's got Fandom, and I guess Marvel is going to do something else like that as well, which means conventions, comic conventions are basically going to die. And that is sad, I guess. We have to make our own. You know, I mean, they are big marketing events, and that's cool. But, you know, really what we want to do is just socialize. The reason why people come to San Diego Comic-Con in large numbers is because it's a party. It's summer camp for geeks. You know, you get a nice hotel room. You're out there drinking and going to parties and meeting people. Interesting. Humiliation completed. Rise Delta Force. Oh, yeah. Comicsgate is more convenient. It makes more sense, Robert. And that's what this is all about. All right, let me see. Let me read some more super chats here. God bless you all. How many of these are going to be about Az and Friday Night Tights? I'm going to guess 50% of them. Q-Ball says, backed highest tier along with the Heather Swain variant yesterday and plan on getting the Bloodied Cyberfrog as well. Finally catching a live. Caught up on the past lives in the past few days. Hail the chat in EVS. Thank you, Q-Ball. Narwhal's here. Narwhal Books. I got a random boost. I'll bet Ethan showed Earthbound 2. Almost 40K. All right. I showed your ad. Grateful to the Human Sunbeam and Comicsgate. That's terrific, Narwhal. Danger Vanessa says, what about the Delta India Charlie Kilo variant of the coupe? That's Dick in comics. Hashtag Comicsgate. Great to have you here, Vanessa. Spike in Madness says, born under a bad sign with a blue moon in your eye. Yes. Woke up this morning. Yeah, got myself a gun. I got myself a gun. Let me show you. Are you allowed to brandish weapons on a live stream? This is, remember how I was having fly problems the other day? This was recommended to me as a solution, and it's magnificent. This is assault. This is an assault rifle, but it's salt. It's actually salt in there, right? It's just household salt. And this is, this is to shoot flies. And it's awesome. It works great. So I killed every house fly in here. There were like 6. And now I kind of feel bad. I wish there were more of them because it was really fun to kill those ones with this. And I would like to kill more, but I've killed them all. They're cool. I got a red laser scope as well, laser sight. But what am I supposed to use it for now? Yeah, it's really, really good. Show the commercial. I can't. I lost the commercial. Man, I loved it. I showed the commercial last time. I absolutely loved it. I want to go outside and shoot insects. Can you imagine me out there? Big fat 46-year-old me shooting bugs with my yellow gun. Probably the neighbors would ask questions. I better not do that. Hail Frogfather, got my Cyberfrog figure ordered, awaiting USPS to deliver my Salamandroid t-shirt since they sent it to the wrong post office. I'm jonesing to order in all caps cap. Take my money. $15. That ain't cheap. Thank you, Bombograd. Thank you. I'm borrowing Eric July's line today. That ain't cheap. Whenever somebody gives me a super chat over $10, that ain't cheap. Mad Ruth says, do not come. Do not come. I'm going to come. Mad Ruth. All right.
I'm going to come. Don't you love it when they say,
Do not come.
oh, I'm going to come.
The president and I don't want to come.
I'm going to come.
Do not come.
Oh, I'm going to come.
Do not come. Do not come.
Oh, I'm going to come.
Do not come.
Oh, I'm going to come. I'm going to come.
Brought to you by the good people at Nabisco. No, not really brought to them. Brought to you by Nabisco. That's just us. That's just us fucking around. But if you want to buy Nabisco products, I guess go ahead. Apparently they make men put on lipstick there. I don't know why. I love that Nabisco. I mean, that just kills me. The Nabisco thinks, like, we're going to reach out to the gays and the people of color. And so they do this. I don't know. I don't think many gay guys do that. Some do, but not, I don't think most do. I don't think that's what gay guys do, but what do I know? All right, let me see here. The as thing is so high school and soy base, says the Buzz General, featuring shaved anus. David L says Flint Flossie. Yeah, we got to get Flint Flossie to come to the convention. That is definite. Gray Fox says, do you read DMs in Patreon? Got some fun Indiegogo stats to send, but you ignored me on Twitter DM, so I'm not sure where else to reach out. Yeah, well, on Twitter DM, Gray Fox. Got some fun Indiegogo stats to send. Yeah, send them on Twitter again. I'll be on the lookout for them. Apex Comics says, I need an Artist Alley table. Well, you'll get one. You have comics to sell. You'll definitely get one. Aaron Booth says, John Malin and Jason Smoot do not come. Ralph Mack says, is he going to come? I did this. I already showed it. We're not showing it again. Tortured people with that video. Gerald Lang says, received my Warts executive box yesterday. Outstanding and well worth the price. Backing the figure set and the channel exclusive before it ends. Thank you, Gerald Lang. Appreciate that. And yeah, we try to make our packages worth the price, and I think we do a good job. I'm really, really pleased with our Warts and All executive box that goes out, and I think the Wreck Planet box is going to be even better. We've got we're designing the chicken box now. The Warts and All box was a nice tester. It was it's like, okay, let's just see how this works. It's not holding up as well as we want to in shipping, so we're making a sturdier box for Wreck Planet that when you open it up, it's going to have compartments. So it'll have a compartment for the honeycomb box, it'll have a compartment for the Salamandroid and the Cyberfrog in it, and then it'll close like that. And I think it's going to be a better shipping box. It's going to be expensive as fuck. Swear to God, I like woke up. I was napping and I woke up like, the money I'm spending. Holy shit. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, everything is so expensive. But it's important that we make sure that everything is quality. After all, Andrea's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, but this isn't our money. This is their money. We actually have to spend it for them. We have to spend this money making things for them. We'll overprint it. I keep telling Andrew, I'm like, we'll overprint it. We'll sell what's left over. That's where we're going to make money. You understand? Warts and all. When Warts and All's finished, we're going to put all the extra stuff up on eBay. We're going to make a killing on that. It's going to be great. It's all profit. It all goes in our pocket. That's the way this needs to work. Same with Rec Planet. All that stuff, we'll have extras. We'll sell that. That's where our profit's going to come in. But we need to spend the crowdfunding, crowdfunding money that we make, making an extremely high quality product for our backers. And that is the plan. Jason Smoot, I'm $10. That ain't cheap. Thank you, Jason Smoot. He says, I'm done with Friday Night Tights. I've always been an all caps fan. Not asking you to be done with all caps, Jason. Waylon Todd says, still don't know anyone who is proud about Az from UK. We got people like Charlie. She has talent and is happy. Az, this isn't me doing this, and I'm sure you're getting the same kind of stuff. Leo Slayer of SJW Weirdo says, imagine accusing. Okay, so I got that. No offense. Wait, a comment that says, never forgive the offense against you. All right. I think I'm caught up now. Troublemakers, you guys. It's like, how many of these are going to be about Az? Let's take a look at this new batch. Leroy says Az, just Az for $2. He just puts that name in there. Snarkticon DM says FTFF for the Fans Fest needs a Street Beefs ring to settle all feuds. That's a great idea. Michael Ross says, quit overhyping San Diego Comic-Con. The last time they had a record crowd, it was because there was a Twilight panel. Oh, I didn't know that. King Harkinian says, campaign for a Cyberfrog branded bug assault. That sounds good. Actually, that does sound cool. 200 Watt Studio says, who wants to go to a Marvel or DC con where there will be nothing but cooking and Antifa stages? Yeah, for real. Dorby says, I'm annoyed with Az. Thank you for $10. That ain't cheap. I'm annoyed with Az over his petulant BS. I watched you explain the inadvertent insult on stream. Az is choosing conflict, not you. Az, eat a bag of dicks. You English plonker. Jonathan Chavis, thank you for a breath of fresh air. Every time I think in New Jersey, I take that back. Thank you, Jonathan Chavez. Anyway, he says, every time I think of New Jersey, I think of Uncle Ethan and The Sopranos. I backed the campaign yesterday, and I'm super pumped. Oh, I'm really glad. Doomed Hunt says, crash Gary's meetup in Vegas. What? All right. Oh, God. That's agony. It's just agony, you guys. Y'all some real instigators. Says, well, what about? I know. This is why these things never die. They can't, because Az talked about it and his fans came to me and then I talked about it and then that's it. All we need to do is just talk about it once and then back and forth. This is people's entertainment. Waylon Todd says, Az be someone you not invite out. Yeah. Ralph Mack says, Az is going to come. I love Az. I'm going to email Az. Thank you, Ralph Mack. Appreciate that. All right, so let's take a look at the campaign again and see where we're at. We're getting very close, getting closer and closer to defeating the evil. What is the evil? Hold on, let me get up here so we can see. We're at 245, 400 right now. The evil is Bernie Sanders. This is the evil that we must defeat. Some clown, some absolute weirdo made a Bernie Sanders action figure. So join the action figure. It's not articulated at all. Look at him. It's ridiculous. Why would anybody make this? Let's turn Bernie Sanders into an action figure and create a fun new way to get real people and small businesses engaged in politics. Order now. $248,063 to help bring this project to life. That's a lot. Where are we at right now? Cyberfrog's at 245. We're trying to defeat this evil. Boom. Look at this. We're so close. $247,197. I believe we are less than $1,000 away from finally defeating the evil of Bernie Sanders. Is it possible? Can we do it? Can we defeat the evil of Bernie Sanders together today? I hope so. Let's look at these other campaigns. Final Boss by Tyler Kirkham. I'm hoping you guys will consider supporting this campaign. A few of you have. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me see. Rainbow the Brood is still available as we get closer and closer to $440,000. Trent Kanuga's Creed is fulfilling. No, it's at the printer right now. It's going to go to fulfillment as soon as we get these books back. By the way, just to let you know, Cyberfrog versus Creed, which is going to be called Unforgettable Tales #4, this reprint, originally printed in black and white in 1997. We're going to have Kyle Ritter color it. Went back and forth about who the colorist would be. It's going to be Kyle. So the entire Unforgettable Tales line is going to be consistently colored by Kyle Ritter. Do not miss out on an opportunity to get this book with a beautiful foil cover. If you have Unforgettable Tales 1 and 2, you just got 3 with warts and all. This is issue 4, only available on this campaign. Choose my cover, choose Trent's cover, and make sure that you order yours. It will be fulfilling very, very shortly. Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell, available right now on Indiegogo. All Caps Comics presents the return of Matthew Martin's 90s smash indie comics hit, and it definitely was. All right, let me take a look here and see what you guys are saying, and we are going to take a breath. My God, I used to be able to live stream for like hours at a time. What is this about Bill Cosby? I watched. I'm a big fan of huge fan of Razor Fist. Razor Fist makes these videos that debunk things that you thought were pretty well bunked. I watched all of his Michael Jackson videos again, and they were pretty good. I got to say, his Michael Jackson debunking videos, where he says it's all bullshit and, he's not a pedophile and all this stuff, were good. There are like 3 or 4 of them. And then he recently made a video about Bill Cosby explaining why he was sprung from jail. And I like that one too. I didn't really know. Hadn't followed the case, but he explains it pretty cogently, and it's very interesting. Bill Cosby, of course, probably. In fact, he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Use chemicals and drugs to assault women. That's just something that he has pretty much confessed to. He did it for like 60 years. Holy shit. Anyway, he's out of jail. What is this here? Comedian Bill Cosby accuses mainstream media of being insurrectionists who stormed the Capitol and are, quote, trying to demolish the Constitution. What the holy hell are you talking about, Bill? A week after having been released from prison, maybe this makes sense, but it doesn't seem to. At the forefront here. Comedian Bill Cosby is once again making headlines after making the claim, which has gotten more than a few people riled up, that the mainstream media is to blame for the January 6th protests at Capitol Hill. Oh, cool. I'll go with that. To be more precise, Cosby has found himself the center of attention once again for accusing the mainstream media of being insurrectionists who are trying to demolish the Constitution. God, I hate this language. I really hate this language. Convicted of sexual assault in 2018 and sentenced to 3 to 10 years in a state prison near his hometown of Philadelphia, PA, Cosby was released last Wednesday, a mere 2 years after he was convicted, after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned the comedian's conviction due to a procedural error made by the case's prosecutors. That's right. There was a whole big foul up. It was political. They told him he wasn't going to be prosecuted, and he basically confessed. So he was denied his Fifth Amendment protections. They went back on it. They went back on what they said. These claims were made by Cosby in response to the news that Howard University recently condemned his The Cosby Show co-star Felicia Rashad, who currently serves as the institution's Dean of Fine Arts, for her recent tweet praising how the comedian's release from prison was an example of a, quote, terrible wrong that is being righted, and celebrated how a miscarriage of justice is corrected. Rashad, the comedian's on-screen wife on The Cosby Show, shared a tweet in which she celebrated Bill Cosby's release from prison, writing, "Finally, look at this. A terrible right Terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. Libertus Lieber says, not a procedural error. It's the fucking Constitution. That's right. It's constitutional rights. Were violated. Prefacing their June 30th statement on the subject by noting the survivors of sexual assault will always be our priority, Howard University further asserted, while Dean Rashad has acknowledged in her follow-up tweet that the victims must be heard and believed, her initial tweet lacks sensitivity towards the survivors of sexual assault. Personal positions of university leadership do not reflect the Howard University's... By the way, I hope she does not get fired for this. They try so hard. These people just try so hard. I'm so tired of these statements, by the way. This is the other thing. We have a statement now. This is a statement that we'd like to issue. We'd like to distance ourselves from somebody. We'd like to issue a statement. Oh, God. Now, a week after being released from prison, Cosby has moved to stand up for Rashad by releasing a public statement directed towards Howard University, urging the school to support others' freedom of speech. Howard University, you must support one's freedom of speech, which is taught or supposed to be taught every day at that renowned law school, which resides on your campus. Kamala Harris went there. Ugh. Cosby then expressed his belief that mainstream media is to blame for the storming of the Capitol Hill on January 6th. I agree. I think it is. Calling them the true insurrectionists. Wow. You are, you know what? And asserting they're trying to demolish the Constitution. Mainstream media are the insurrectionists who stormed the Capitol. Those same media insurrectionists are trying to demolish the Constitution of these United States of America on this Independence Day. Good, Jesus Christ. I really like this. I really like this. Cosby spokesman Andrew Wyatt joined the actor's sentiment, similarly stating, no technicality, it's a violation of one's rights, and we the people stand in support of Miss Felicia Rashad. However, while Cosby did not provide any evidence of his evidence, what do you mean evidence? We live in it. We swim in evidence that the mainstream media is largely complicit in the feelings of rage, that they stoke in the American people dishonestly. Of course, they're responsible for this. Absolutely, of course, they're responsible. The media is entirely complicit in everything that's gone wrong in the United States of America. I don't want to read the rest of this because it's boring as fuck, but I do want to say good for you, Bill Cosby. That's a brave statement, and I agree with it. I still think you should be in jail, but yeah, your constitutional rights were violated. We got to protect those. My God. Yeah. LGBTQ fans send writer Leah Williams death threats over X Factor number 10 Hellfire Gala story. Oh God, do I want to go over this? These people are all nuts. The comic industry is absolutely insane. Just insane. I don't know what happened in X Factor number 10. What happened there? Did they kill Scarlet Witch or something like that? But yeah, Leah is getting death threats over this by SJWs. Gray Fox says, love Cyberfrog. Please add more stuff on eBay soon. I will. BDAD8504 says, why did they protect Harvey but railroad Bill? One was super guilty. The other was the Black Father of America. They threw him under the bus. Larry Romano says, my name is Az and I like cookies with my tea. Nim, nim, num, num. The queen is hot. Cheerio. Snarkcon DM says, Bill dropping red pills instead of roofies. That's a good line. That is a good line. Sir, you should work for the Daily Wire. Phil Moore says, I heard through the grapevine that Cosby wanted to buy a big news network, so the elites did him dirty. You think so? Fo Chung says, Bill Cosby is a misunderstood individual. Ralph Max says, Zionist bankers want to jab me. God, all right. Fine. GK1 says, I can't get 2 Vespis with Secret Perk. Fix this now. Rhino4563 says, I'm with you. Screw Az and fuck those guys. They showed their true colors. Wait. Screw you and... Oh, I see what you're saying. Screw Az and Friday Night Tights. Those guys showed their true colors when they didn't say ish after Snyder totally admitted they used them. A bunch of pussies. Relax when you want to come. Waylon Todd says, the wolf meet Az. God help him, Az will snowflake. Sarkon DM says they were going to make an Ilan Omar figure, but the prototype kept blowing itself up. God, you guys are racist tonight. I love it. Crazy Mad says, stop the hate stop the hate with love by bringing John and Dale together. I will. I gave Dale Keown the link, but I don't think he's up right now. He sleeps on a weird schedule like I do too. He's up like in the middle of the night. It's only 10:30. Jameson James says, will the sticky grabbers be on eBay? Kids love it. Yeah, of course. We got plenty of them. Dorby says, Az, don't come. Thor Odinson says, I'd pay good money to see Cecil or Malin wrecking fools in the octagon. I'd even be up for shipping some SJWs or Anti-Comicsgate in for them to tear up. Philabooty says, have you considered a folding box and printing on the inside? That way the postage, stickers, scuffs will be inside when turned out at destination. That's a neat idea. Yeah, that is a neat idea. I'm looking at a bunch of different boxes for Wreck Planet. We'll see how it goes. We got a new member here. Christopher John joined. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. New channel members should know we do have an exclusive variant action figure that's only available to channel members once you join the channel. You can go to the community tab and you can order via this link right here. A blood spattered Cyberfrog, only available for channel members. This variant. It's going to look great once we get the Cyberfrog head with the stinger through it. It's going to look sick as hell. So make sure that you join the channel. Make sure that you back it, and we'll see what happens. All right, let me see. We're getting closer and closer now. Closer and closer to the moment when we defeat the evil, guys. This is vital that we do this and that we do this together. It's very important that we defeat the evil. And we are almost there. Here's how we do it. It's finally here. The first wave of Cyberfrog action figures live on Indiegogo right now. Who loves you more than all caps comics? Back it today. The link's in the description below. Back it today. The link is in the description below. Adam D, thank you for joining. Dorby, thank you for joining the channel. Appreciate both of you fellas. And let's take a look and see where we're at here in this war against Bernie Sanders and his action figure socialism. Bernie Sanders, of course, has raised $248,063 for this stupid toy. Look at it. Stupid. He looks stupid. Stupid to have an action figure of this dumb politician. I don't understand it. But, it did raise $248,000. We over here, we're getting close. Let me refresh and see where we're at. We are now at $247,719. We are about $300 away now. About $300 away from beating communism. That's not so bad. $300 away from destroying communism via the Cyberfrog action figure campaign. And we're getting closer and closer, 61% of our fixed goal as we climb that mountain towards $400,000 and a chance to make action figure history, a chance to make crowdfunding history, a chance to make independent comics history. Who would have thought that we humble people who produce these comics together? Do you remember in 2018 when I had a dream, I had a vision, talked to your boy Zach, and I said, your boy Zach, I said, we should crowdfund comics. It's the only answer. It's the only answer. We cannot get these people to stop putting soy in their big, gigantic corporate comics. We have to do it ourselves. And I think we could. And he said, okay. And he launched Jawbreakers, Lost Souls. And he made $400,000. And I launched Cyberfrog Blood Honey, and I made $530,000. And it was a big deal. And from there, we branched out and we built more and more better and better things. And here we find ourselves today, not 3 years later, with a chance to make action figures that surpass, I'm going to say surpass the quality of Marvel Legends toys.
And we did that together. We couldn't have done it. I don't think any individual one of us could have done this alone. We could only do this as a team. Comicsgate can only do this as a club. We can only do this as a group. And this is where we find ourselves. We have this opportunity now. I've got the sculpts made. I made Paint Masters. They look good. I made all kinds of different stretch goal bonuses. Swap out variant heads. Look at this. Imagine this head on this body. That's going to look crazy. That is going to look awesome. Cyberfrog had a really bad day. If he had this gun too, that'd be so fucking cool. So anyway, we're launching these toys. We're going to make this work. We're going to do this together. We're going to get to $400,000. I believe in it. And the only way that we can really do it is if you guys help. If you guys tell your friends and neighbors and share the link and let people know. People who see Cyberfrog like Cyberfrog. They like it. I mean, it looks cool. People who see this Heather Swain action figure like it. People who see this Heather Swain action figure want to know how they can get the Vespis to fight her. And then they also want to know where they can get the variant Heather Swain with the All Caps Comics t-shirt. Oh, that's easy. All you have to do is back all 4 action figures and then choose the variant Heather Swain at checkout. Simple. Couldn't be easier. This campaign is a labor of love. There is no profit in this. This is all about making action figures because we want to. It's all about making this happen because we believe in it, because we believe in ourselves. And I'm excited. From here, we can do anything. From here, we can make Lily in Wave 2. This is just a digital. This hasn't been cut up yet, but we're going to make Lily. We're going to make a Lily action figure. We're going to make Salamandroid. We're going to make Rumblebee. We're going to make Scorpion. We're going to make Earwig. We're going to make Dystopia. We're going to make Tromedeus. We're going to make all of them. But only if we do it together. Only if I have your help. Can I have your help? Will you back this campaign? Will you back at any level? Buy one. Buy a Cyberfrog. Join the channel. Buy a blood-spattered Cyberfrog. And let's get there. Let's make this happen. I was raised by wolves. Yeah. We can do it, guys. I know we can. With or without John Malin. Here's John Malin's theme, even though he's not here.
I was raised by the wolves, ate till they full, run through the night, playing with your life, going against the pack, that's risking your life, better play it right, yeah, you better play it right, I got loyalty and blood.
The world does revolve around the sun. The world revolves around the sun, and I am a glorious ray of light. Love one another. Be kind to each other. When people make mistakes, be quick to forgive them. Ass titty. Yeah, I think we can do it, guys. I am a glorious ray of light, and so are you. You guys are glorious rays of light as well. All right, let me see. A couple more super chats. And we will, oh God, I got to call it a night. I got to get back to work. I got a lot to do. We're getting closer to finishing Wreck Planet. Very excited about having it finished so that you can read it. Sarticon DM says, how did the Bernie figure raise that much? Thank you for $9.99, by the way. SGWs don't have money. Something is fishy as fuck here. I wonder how much it cost. Rhino4563 says, we need a Dale Keown emoji. Richard Pierce says, I didn't read Cyberfrog in the 90s. Do I need to understand the new books? No, you don't need to read the 90s stuff at all. Ever. You don't need to. People are wanting to read the 90s stuff anyway for fun because I think they enjoyed Blood Honey. But no, you don't need to. Blood Honey is pretty self-explanatory. It gets you right into the main news story. You can purchase a copy of Blood Honey on our eBay store. The link is in the description so that you can get that. And also get some clothing. Get the new Dale Keown Salamandroid t-shirt. Loretta Silver Member says, is there a way we could drag Dale into this as stuff too? Oh, please don't. I mean, guys.
I mean, my God, who cares? All right, let me double check one more time and see where we're at. I believe in us. I believe that together with our combined powers of love. Let me just look at this. $20, you get one Bernie action figure. $20 for one of these pieces of shit. 200 and how does that work? 20 times. Yeah, all right. Anyway, $248,063. That's what Bernie Sanders raised. Have we defeated the evil yet? Is it possible? Let's refresh and find out. We did it, everyone. We did it. We defeated the evil. We defeated the evil of Bernie Sanders. We're at 248,000. We're this close to $250,000. We are almost at $250,000 because of you guys. Amazing. That is going to be great. That's going to be great. That'll be something to talk about. $250,000. Thank you so much for backing the first wave of Cyberfrog action figures. Let's hope that we could do many, many, many more waves of action figures after this. Not just, should I show you something? I don't know if you guys are ready to see this. I feel like maybe you're not ready to see this. No, I mean, I could show you. What do you care? You guys will be happy. Yeah. All right, I'll show you. Yeah, we could do other action figures based on other properties that are going to be that are not yet, but are going to be All Caps Comics properties. We could do other action figures, sure. Here's a rough sculpt of Knife Hand from the first Jawbreakers wave. First wave of Jawbreakers action figures. Imagine these are like see-through green, translucent green hands. The Knife Hand action figure. So we've got all kinds of stuff coming. If we can get this done, I don't know if we can. I don't know if we're actually capable of getting action figures done, but we have stuff on the horizon. There's Knife Hand there. By the way, your boy Zach did launch a Knife Hand one-shot that is available now, and it is only less than $1,000 away from funding. Great art. And it's another Jawbreakers book. I want to encourage Zach to make Jawbreakers books. I want to encourage him to fulfill his campaigns. He told me he's got a plan to do that. He's getting all of his campaigns done and shipping them out. I think he's going to feel much better when he does that. But he's got to keep the train cars moving here. And so he's got a Knife Hand graphic novel. It's just a one-shot. Great artwork in it. Like I said, I really, really dig this guy's style. So there you go. You can back that if you haven't yet or if you want to. And let me take a look at Final Boss one more time here and see if anybody backed this. Tyler Kirkham's campaign. Thank you very much. A couple more people backed Final Boss. Appreciate it. And I think I'm going to go. I think it's time to... it's been 84 years. Let me see. Knife Hands in your hands before Grand Bazaar. No, we'll see about that. I think he's going to do... I think he's got a plan, guys. I talked to him about it, and he just lays it out. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do to get it done. I've talked to him. I've said, I'll do it for you. He keeps saying no. He doesn't want to. No, I got to go. This is my family calling me. This is interesting, and it can't be good news. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. I will see you again soon with another video. Thanks for supporting the campaign. I'll make another live stream tomorrow.